Next, we will make new input action here. Camera. Camera would be this is for camera, and this will be 2D. Again, X and Y. We can close this out because we're done with this one. We will say camera, and we will say mouse. Oh, sorry. Yeah, mouse. Uh, 2D axis. We can have an invert on this. I will just check this of how the results are coming to be. Let's just say this one small, and here we will say I a camera. Yeah. Split this. We can see here. Um, add controller yaw, add controller pitch. So we'll have this here, this here. I'm just doing it. For now, we will make it look better just in a while, just to test. Honestly, this is also my first time uh, doing the enhanced input system. All right, so we are inverted, which is good for some people, some players. I don't like it. I'll just negate this one. Let's see if we can do it from the uh, mapping. Let's see. I doubt it. I think it will modify both of them. So I'll just do it anyway. I think this is what it's going to be. It is going to invert even the X for me because if I've taken it as a 2D, let's just try it. Yes, so it has corrected the Y, but it has not corrected the like here it has made it incorrect. So don't like this, and that's why I have still to learn a lot in the with the enhanced system. So for now, we can have it -1. So the traditional way, just going to uh, sorry, did it on the wrong one. Sorry. What is happening? Yeah, now it's better. Okay. So what I did was the input access input mapping should be negate, and I just did a -1 to renegate the camera. I will just look into it if there is a better way, or maybe we can make the input action mapping into um, the X and Y. So we'll do that one later on. Right now, it is working, so we can live with it. This is camera. Make it something like blue. All right. Next would be camera is there. We can have jump and attack. So first we'll do attack. After that, jump. I jump. Uh, I attack make them jump, and it will remain as digital bool. And here, same for attack, digital bool as well. Save it, go back to the input access mapping, and create a new one. Drop down, jump, spacebar, and I think that should do it. I will make another one for attack, which is left mouse button. Got it. Great, awesome. Um, Now going back to our functionality, we will have it here. I jump, and here we will be using on completed, not on the triggered, not on the started. So triggered is whenever you've pressed it basically. Started is when you start pressing it, like first time you pressed it, and completed is on release. So I would prefer to go on the release, and I'll just call it. I just make a print statement there, jump, and use the inbuilt functionality of the character code there of Unreal Engine automatically create a jump for us. Also, it can remain black because this is straightforward, nothing fancy. And we'll just try this out as well. If it is working or not. Yep. So we're able to jump. We're able to span jump. And that's also okay because the jumping code is being handled by Unreal itself. However, we will have double jump functionality, so that will come soon. All right. Now, we'll take some more space for the attack because we know it is going to be a complicated piece of code. A lot of functionality will be there. So, big space for attack functionality. Start somewhere here. Block out the space for this one. I'm not sure, I could be over measuring the complication of the attack code, but let's see how far deep. It's better to have space reserved for this one and make it bright red, blood red, sorry. Alright, attack. I think we need to have an equally big one for the right click, which is for aiming. Alright, for this as well, okay, for this one, I think we will need to have a much more complicated part here because we can have kind of a charge hold. So let's say the player starts a click and then holds it to do kind of a power shot. Uh, that is possible. So I guess we need to just check if we should do it from here directly or from the attack. Let's just do it from our code is here. So we just say ongoing, kind of like let's see of what it does. RMB ongoing, and also we'll say RMB completed. I mean, this is obvious what is the completed going to do. We'll also all right, let's see what is it. So ongoing doesn't show up. Only started to show up. Probably ongoing is part of the um, trigger type, I believe. Hold and release sorts. Trigger fire once input has remained actuated. For hold time thresholds, trigger may optionally fire once or it will fire hold and release. Okay. All right. Let's leave that for now, and we'll just do a completed. And be completed means fire. All right. Now, if we do fire something, something needs to be thrown out of the, like something needs to go somewhere, like projectile or an arrow, a gun, or like a bullet or something. So we need to create all of that, and let's just check our to-do list. Uh, okay, space to jump, double jump. Let's do the center UI point, which is basically just like a marker for where the, I mean, where the attack is going to go. Tentative uh, center of the screen point. So we will create a blueprint. So I've just created a simple widget and I've put a canvas on it, and I just drag it to 1920 by 1080. It really does not make a difference, but I just like to have it there. I will put an image for now, and I will make the anchor point center uh, and make the size as 4 by 4 and the alignment was 2 by 2. Let's see if it comes to be the center or not. Um, hmm. Oh, sorry. I think that's not the alignment that we want to do. It is the uh, what do you say? It's I'm forgetting the page. Let me just. I think it's just about the position. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think now it should be in the center. We'll just try that. Also, um, we will be doing this from the. I'll just take this up. Yeah. So we'll be doing this from the HUD. So we already have a HUD made. Uh, we will just create begin play, and then we'll say create widget, and we'll call the widget which sent us the widget. There it is. We'll add input port. Also, we will save a reference. Center screen widget. Yes. You could name it anything. I just like a more descriptive kind of a name. Uh, there we go. Uh, Center screen widget. And again, color code. I don't like the white ones. I just pressed Q again to make them aligned. And once we have this, we will put this in a category which is widgets. So it is cleaner. Compile and save. Now, if we test, we should have a very teeny tiny point on the center of our screen to help us here. And I think we can increase the size, but for now, I think it's okay. Going ahead. Just 1 second. Okay. Going ahead now. We'll just close these ones for now, and we'll make sure that we'll make a projectile now. Um, technically, sorry, sorry, technically it would be like a arrow. We will say projectiles, and we will create a new blueprint class actor. We will call it player arrow PP. Alright, so this is the this will be the base class of the player arrow. We will have more like different variations of it, different child blueprints, child classes. So we will make a static mesh, which is important because we need to be able to see what we are doing. We will have an arrow component to so we can see where it is going. I'll make it not hidden in the game, so we see it in the map, in the game, in the map, everywhere. I'll make sure to make a child, uh, like these. The static mesh would be a child of the arrow, uh, right? And I'll make the. Oh, I don't have anything. Yeah, we did not import any of the starter content. That's why we don't have it here. We can try to get the the engine static meshes, but I'd rather just go Cinema 4D. I will just quickly get out a cube. All right. This cube is fine. The size is a bit odd, but again, that's okay. We don't need. We'll scale it inside um, Unreal for now. Right, we'll make it. All right. Close this. We don't need this anymore. Compile save. Okay. Modules. And layer arrow. And then I'll just drag in the just exported cube. It is still called as cube. That's okay. Just import. We have the cube. Alright. So as you saw that the we had exported from Cinema 4D, which was 200 by 200 by 200, which is double the size of our Unreal cube. That is also just okay. We will have the cube here, and don't be frightened. We'll scale it down. We'll probably give it a material as well. So now you have to imagine that this is the arrow. So we'll also make sure that the arrow point starts at the base, so it starts at the base. Alright, save it. And right now, I'm not going to do much. We'll just go here and we'll say spawn actor plus, and here we will say clear arrow, and we always want to spawn always, and transform. We'll split it and we'll say uh, we'll go to the viewport and we'll create a new arrow. This arrow will be the spawning point of our arrow, or we could just spawn it in the center of the screen, and um, take it from there. All right. So that's a better idea actually. So we'll just go to the caption component and we'll add a string arm and we'll add a cap because we didn't do that before. Never too late to do that. Mm, the distance needs to be 0 because this is the first person kind of a game, and the arrow would be under the camera, also just in the center somewhere. Right. Okay. So we've lost the pitch movement because of the introduction of the spring up. So no worries there. We'll just check it out. Uh, see, this is the yeah. Okay. All right. We'll rename this to arrow spawner arrow. Uh, Weird name. That's okay. And we'll also make it non-hidden images. So we can start. You can see it is following us everywhere. It is there. So that's also okay, but we need to move it a bit. It's not in the center. We can center it from here as well. We'll keep it at 5, but this is 0 and 0 and maybe 10. So this is the X direction in front. So we'll go back to the input graph, and here we will say get world location, also get world rotation. So we should have the X and the Y. We respond this, compile, that's it. So here I press, we have arrow spawning in that direction with the correct rotation as well. Now it should be in the front. Now I'll make one looking at the top, and I can spawn, sorry, spam the spawning because there is no collision, there is no logic. We don't have anything right now going for us. You can see it is a beautiful pattern. All right. Okay, so now uh, we will have uh, we will make the arrow move as well. For now, we will just put a projectile, right? And we'll do a hard coding of the vertical movement, which will be 5,000, and I think that should uh, do it. Yeah. Okay, so now you don't see it happening, but it's going. So what I'll do is I'll remove this hidden thing there, and maybe we'll reduce the speed just a bit, maybe 1500, not 5000. So now you can see our arrow is going somewhere. Um, yeah, it doesn't look awesome, but it is something. Also, you see that it does not update the uh, the rotation. Yeah, because it's going just wherever we launched it as. That's not cool. So we'll be fixing that as well. Um, and let's just see what else that we have to do. So use date is done this, we've done this, we've done this, we've done this. Alright, just green, make these green. Better to see your accomplishments. Um,